you're listening to this, just make sure your doors are locked, because tonight's story is about something that doesn't knock. It doesn't ask permission. It doesn't even break in. It just slips into your life wearing a face that looks familiar, a face that isn't real. This is the story of the creature that wears human skin. My name is Daniel. I used to live in a quiet apartment building on the outskirts of Minneapolis. It was the kind of place where every neighbor nodded politely but never really talked. A peaceful, uneventful life. Until 6 months ago. That was when the new tenant moved into apartment 3B, right across from mine. Her name was Laura. At least that's what she said. And for the first few days, I didn't think anything was strange about her until I realized she didn't blink. Ever. The first time we met, she was standing in the hallway holding a cardboard box, frozen in place like she was posing. She turned her entire torso toward me, not her head, like her neck didn't work. "Hi," she said with a voice that sounded like someone reading each word off a paper. "I am new. I am your neighbor now." I forced a smile. "Cool. Welcome." Her eyes didn't leave mine. They were wide, too wide, like the skin around them had been stretched. And then, suddenly she blinked, but it wasn't a normal blink. Her eyelids closed from the sides, sliding inward horizontally like a reptile's. I froze. She must have noticed my reaction because she quickly looked down, almost like she remembered she had to pretend to be human. "Have a nice day, Daniel." I never told her my name. For the next few nights, I kept my door double locked. Almost every night, around 2 or 3 a.m., I heard noises from her apartment. Not like normal noises. These were wet, sticky sounds, like something peeling the door being pulled apart. Sometimes I heard her talking, but it didn't sound like one person. No, more like a dozen voices whispering at once. One night, I put my ear against the wall, and through the thin plaster I heard, "Does it fit? Not yet. Too small. Tear it more. Wear it right. Become it." My blood turned to ice. I stepped back from the wall and didn't sleep the rest of the night. 3 days later, she knocked on my door. I wasn't expecting anyone, so I looked through the peephole. Lara was standing there, but she looked different. Her skin didn't fit right. It looked loose around her jaw and too tight around her forehead, and her smile was stretched unnaturally wide, like someone tugging the corners of her lips with fishing hooks. "Hey neighbor," she called through the door. "I made you something." I stayed quiet. Then she added in that strange, monotone voice, "I know you're home, Daniel." I still hadn't told her my name. I stepped back. "Come on," she whispered. "Open the door. I want to show you my new face." My entire body froze. I didn't move until I heard her footsteps slowly walk away. The next day, I reported her to building management, but the manager, Mrs. Porter, just sighed. "Oh, Lara. She's harmless, leaves her rent in cash every month, quiet as a mouse." I wanted to scream. That night, everything finally snapped. It started around 3:18 a.m., a scraping sound at my door. Slow, rhythmic, like fingernails dragging across the wood. Then a whisper, "Daniel, I think it fits now. Let me show you." I grabbed my phone. Before I could dial 911, the scraping stopped. I slowly approached the peephole. What I saw made me collapse backward. It wasn't Lara, or it was, but the face was only half attached. The skin around her mouth was hanging open, revealing rows of needle-thin black teeth beneath. Her eyes were just dark pits, with skin stretched over them like thin plastic. But the worst part was her hands. They were pulling at her face, trying to stretch the skin tighter, like someone trying to straighten a mask. Her voice was muffled, thick, like she was speaking with a mouthful of meat. "Why won't it stay on?" Then she slammed her head into my door. Once, twice, the third time. Each hit left a wet, dark smear. I ran to my bedroom, locked the door, and called 911. They told me to stay put. I hid in the closet. For the next 10 minutes, all I heard was her pacing outside my door. Then her voice suddenly calm. "I'll find another one. Someone with your shape." And the footsteps faded. The police arrived around 4 a.m., but when they opened apartment 3B, it was empty. Completely empty. No furniture. No clothes. Not even dust. The only thing inside was a pile of human skin on the floor, rolled up like someone peeled it off in one piece. A label on the pile read, "To your eye again." The cops questioned me, but their expressions told me they didn't believe a word. They said the skin was probably from a Halloween prop. Then they left. I moved out the same day, but it wasn't over. For weeks, I saw her, or something wearing her, in places I went. At the grocery store, in the reflection of a bus window, standing across from my workplace, and every time she looked different. Different hair, different build, different skin, but the same eyes. Too wide, too glossy, never blinking. One night, I received a text message from an unknown number, a single photo. It was me, sleeping, taken from inside my new apartment. The message read, "This one might fit." I threw the phone across the room and ran outside, but she was already there, wearing a new face, a man's face this time. The skin was stitched at the neck, fresh and wet. She smiled. "You moved," she said. "I like the chase." I ran back inside and barricaded the door. I called the police again, but when they arrived, she was gone. It has been 6 months, and every night I move to a different place. Hotels, Airbnbs. Sometimes I sleep in my car. But she still finds me. Sometimes she knocks. Sometimes she whispers. Sometimes I wake up and see her silhouette through the curtains, always wearing someone new. The last time she spoke to me, she was standing barefoot in the rain outside my motel. Her face was torn, mismatched, stitched together like patchwork. "Don't run," she said gently. "You're perfect for me. I just need your skin. I'm recording this now from a storage unit where I've been hiding for 2 days, but I can hear her outside, pacing, dragging something heavy along the concrete floor. Maybe it's a new skin. Maybe she's wearing mine already. If you're listening to this, don't trust familiar faces. Don't open your door for anyone. Don't even look out the peephole, because some things don't break in. They wait, they watch, and when they choose you, there's nowhere you can run. If you've made it to the end of the story, double check your locks tonight. And whatever you do, don't ignore the sound of someone scratching at your door. Thanks for listening. Stay safe. Stay alert. And remember, some monsters don't hide in the dark. They walk around wearing someone else.